to Chapter 11. There are 10 sections in Chapter 11. We are going to start with Chapter 11.1. Chapter 11 as a whole deal with rational and irrational numbers. We're going to talk about repeating, decimals. We're going to talk about radicals, all these fun things. So this is a lot of number sense work that will be important for you to comprehend. We see the first vocabulary here. Rational number is a real number that can be expressed as a quotient of two integers. So if I can write it as a fraction, then it's considered a rational number. And the numerator and denominator are integers. Integers are whole numbers and they're negative. So 2 over 3, 6 can be expressed as a fraction. 6 over 1, 0 can be expressed as a fraction. 0 over 1. A mixed number can be expressed as an improper fraction. A decimal can be expressed. And they didn't even do this. A repeating 0.3 repeating can be expressed as a fraction. So that's another good one. Average of two numbers. Yeah, the number halfway between two of them. It's a midpoint. And properties, density property. Never heard of that. Density property of rational numbers. Between every pair of different rational numbers, there is another rational number. Okay, so, well, I guess, yeah, we can find half of it, right? Ordered property. So let's take a peek and see what we're going to work on. So which rational number is greater, 7/3 or 9/4? We're going to find common denominators, and then we're going to evaluate their numerators. That's pretty easy. And then this is a fun one. We're going to use cross product to find these. You would find 3 times 9 is going to be, instead of finding a common denominator, which is one way, we can just multiply that. That's 27. 4 times 7 is 28. So this left side, 7/3, is greater than 4/9. So those are the tricks of the trade. Arrange each group of numbers in orders from least to greatest. So we look at 4, 8, and 5. Let's find a common denominator of 40 is a common. Might even be the least common. So 4 times 10, so 3 times 10 is 30. 8 times 5, 5 times 5 is 25. 5 times 8, 8 times 4 is 32. So if we're going to arrange them in order from least to greatest, we're going to write 5/8. We would do the original number, not the new number. 3/4, and then 4/5. Always use the original numbers when doing this. 3, 15, 7, 210? Is 210 a multiple of 15? No, because 5 and 3, so that's 3, 5, 15, and 7, so it's going to be, what's 15 times 7? 15 times 7, 105. So 105 would be the greatest common denominator, 105, 105. So 105 is 15 times 7, so that's going to be 2 times, what's this, 105? Let's write the prime factorization is 3, 5, 7, so that's going to be 20, or 35 twice is 70, so 70 over 105. 15 is 3 times 5, so 7 times 11 is 77, and 15 times 5, 15 times 5 is 75. 15 times 5, yep, 75. So those are our 3, and so we would have 2/3, we would have 5/7, and we would have 11/15. So notice how we used our prime factorization to find the LCM. 4.6 is going to be, well, we can do 46 over 10 just to make it easy. Or we can turn them into decimals, but that's interesting. So 22, do I really want 22? I know -4 is going to be my smallest. So 22, we can just think about 105 and 22. So 105 divided by 22 is going to give us, well, let's do 5. That's 5. That's 11, so that's too much. So that's going to be 4, of course, 4. Make it hard and close. So that's going to be 4. That's 88. And that is 1. That's 15. 7, 7, 14, 15. Bring down the 0. And that is going to be, oh, that's going to be close. 7. 22 times 7 is 14. 14, 15. So it's going to be at least 7, if not 8. So we know that this fraction is going to be more. So we're going to write 4.6, and then we're going to write 105 over 22. So we don't even have to do it all out. We can use this as a very efficient way to figure it out. Arrange each group numbers. Oh, this is good. They're using negatives. So the bigger negative, the smaller it is. This is 39 over 10. This is 41 over 10. And then we just have to figure out where is 31 over 8. So 31 over 8, let's do 8 goes into 31, goes in 3 point, that's 24, that's 7, 70. That is going to be 64. 64, that is going to be 6. So that's 3.8, negative 3.8. So that's going to be to the right of 3.9. So we are going to have that's negative 4.1. That's negative 3.9. This is going to be negative 3.8. So we have negative 41 tenths. We have negative 3.9, and then we have negative 31 over 8 would be our order from least to greatest. Do we want to find a common denominator? No, that's not really fun. This is negative 0.4 repeating. Is decimal better? This is going to be negative 0.6. 5/7 is going to be an ugly one. 6/11 is going to be ugly. Well, let's find decimals. 11 goes into 6. 0 times goes in 5 times. So that's good. So that's going to be 55. And that's 5. So that's going to be 4. So this is going to be negative 0.54. Whoa. Negative 0.54, and then what's 5/7? So 7 goes into 50. 7 goes into, no, that 0 is over there. So that's 0.6 is going to be 42. That's going to be 8. 80 goes into, oh, that wasn't enough. 6, 7, that's 49. Hello, my bad. So that's going to be 7. That's 49. So we have an order. So smallest is going to be negative 5/7. Then that's negative 0.7. Then we're going to have negative 3/5. Then we're going to have negative 6/11. And then we're going to have negative 4/9. Okay. It's an interesting way to do it, but that's okay. It works. Oh, I forgot about this little trick. Now, it takes a lot longer. you can just cross product all of these. So you cross product, and we know the difference between these. So that could tell us. That's a nice way of doing it. I was converting them to a format that they all shared, or we can find the common denominator. So we know that this is going to be 10 24ths, so we know that 5 24ths is going to be to the left of 5 12ths, and we know that in twelfths, that's going to be 3 12ths, so we know this is going to be 1/4 is going to be that side of it. And let's move you guys around a little bit. Now we have to figure out where 15ths is, 4/15ths. So we can look at the extremes, and we can do 4/15ths compared to 1/4, and that's going to be 16, that's going to be 15, so 4/15ths is bigger than that. Okay, so now we do 4/15ths with 5 24ths. And 24 times 4, well, that's going to be 4 times 25 is 100, so that's going to be 96, and that's going to be 75, so 4/15ths is bigger than 5 24ths. Okay, now let's look at 4/15ths compared to 5 12ths. 5 12ths, and that's 48, and that is still 75. So 5 12ths, so it's going to be between these two. That's not too bad. That was actually a pretty fun way of doing it. Let's see if we can move. Can I move you over? Can I move you over? Not so much. So we're going to have 4/15ths and then 5 12ths. Those should be in order from least to greatest. Nice little trick there. Yep. So we'll cross product. It'll just be easier. 5 times 18, that's 4, so that's 90. 6 times 3 is 18, that's 78, so we get less than sign. Sorry. Hello. Greater than sign. Greater than, because 90 is more than 78. That's a nice easy way. That's 44. That is 18 and 48. So we again get greater than. All right, 44. 6 times 3 is 18. Yep. That's 32 times 7 is 14. 21. 22. 64. 8 and 8 is 16, and 6 is 22. They're equal. Hey, that's kind of cool. Those are equal, so they can be reduced also by 4. Divide that by 4, you get 7. Divide that by 4, you get 8. So no wonder that's equal. That's going to be 108. That's going to be 27. 2 is 11, so less than. That's 30, that's 32, so greater than, that's 44, that's 30, no, that's 45, hello, that's 45, so greater than, get me some, oh good, negative. So that negative, we can either put them both in the numerator, which I would advise you. You get negative 36 and you get negative 35. So this is going to be greater than, oh, but 35 isn't as big as 36, but we're talking about their negatives. So you need to know that a bigger negative is smaller. So again, we're going to put those negatives up top. 8 times negative 5 is negative 40. This is negative 42. So this is going to be greater because it's negative. Nice little trick one. 105, that is 100, that's greater than, that's negative 32, that's negative 30, so that's greater than. Oh, good, I like this. So 5 times 12 is 60, so this is actually negative 61 fifths, negative 86 sevenths. And let's do this. That's going to be 30, and that's 43 negative, and that's 7, and that's 42 negative. So that's going to be greater than. We're going to change this. Negative 107 over 7. That's 40, that's 120, 125. Negative 125 over 8. And we are going to we're going to multiply, so that's 56. 56 with 5, that's 5, 56, 8, 56, negative. That is 35, 3 is 14, 8, and 14, yeah, so 7 plus the 1, 8. Ooh, did I do that right? Let me do it again. And the problem is I'm doing it in my head, some of it. So 125 times 7 is 35, 14, 5, 14, 14. Oh, why do you keep doing that? 7, 14 plus 3 is 7. 14, 7, 8. So that's negative 875. Let's go and do this one over again. I'm not certain on that one. So here we have 107 times 8. That is 56. That is 56. That's 856. Negative 856. So it's going to be greater than. Sorry about that. Find the number halfway between. Yes. So we're going to, that's an interesting way. Oh, yeah, take the sum. Yes. Oh, take the difference between them, divide it by half, and then add it to technically the smaller. No? That's interesting. I don't know if that's how I would do it. So we have, right, you have 3/8 and 5/9. So if I want to find that gap, I'm going to subtract the smaller from the larger. So I'm going to do 5/9 minus 3/8. Let's make 72 as their common denominator. Whoops. And that's 8, so that's 40. That is 9, so that's 27. Subtract is going to give you 13/72. Let's take half, divide by 2, or multiply by 1/2. So that's 13/70. Nope, 1/44. 1/44. So that is half the distance. Half distance. And now I'm going to, because 3/8 is smaller, I'm going to add that to 3/8 plus 13/144. So let's find a common denominator. 144. 8 go into that? 144 is 12 times 12, right? Yeah, that's not even a fun one. Gosh. So that's going to be 288 is my common denominator, and that's going to be 26 and 288. So 8 goes into 288. 288 divided by 8 is a lot of work. That's going to be 3. That's 24. That's 48. 6 times 8. is 48, and then we're going to multiply that by 3. 36 times 3 is going to be 18. That's 9,108. So we're going to get 134 over 288. So I guess I could have found, so that's going to be 67 over 144. Let's see what that answer is. I am so curious to see what that answer is, whether we were correct. I just want to see. Thanks for your patience. So that was problem number what? 19. 19. What is 19? 67 1/44. Let's go. That's a lot of work. But it got it right. So I don't know. That's a lot of work, people. Come on. Let's move this over just so. Okay, let's start anew. Start anew. Oh, this will be a whole lot easier. So these are at least, so this is going to be 7. No, we're going to subtract the smaller from the bigger. So 5/6 minus 7/12, because that's going to be 10/12 minus 7/12. And that's going to give us 3/12. And then we're going to multiply by 1/2, which gives us 3/24. 3/24, and we're going to add that to our smaller 7/12. And that's going to be 3/24 plus 14/24. Much easier. Good Lord. That was so much easier. 17/24 is our answer. Look at that. I did that in half the time and space. 6/11 2/3. Let's find the common denominators. 33. 33, that's 22 33rds. That's going to be 18. So we're going to subtract 22 33rds minus 18 33rds, and that's going to give us 4 33rds. 33rds, we're going to multiply it by 1/2 to take half. This time we can cancel, so that's 2 33rds is the halfway point, and we're going to add it to the smaller, which is 18 33rds, and that gives us 20 33rds. Well, those two were much. Maybe I did that too hard, too difficult. Who knows? Well, the other two, next two, were super easy. Find the number. Oh, were none of those negatives? No. Yeah, this is where we got to keep our heads on straight, per se. That is 3 times 5. That is 3 times 4. So that's going to be 60 is the common denominator. 60. We'll make those negative. So that's going to be 44. That's times 4, yep. And this is going to be negative 42. Oh, that's interesting. So that's going to be, so the smaller, we're moving it, yeah, so this is the smaller, so negative 44/60 plus, that's negative 2. No, that's just, it's the absolute value, so it's just going to be 2/60, which is negative 42/60. That didn't make sense. So that's definitely 2. And that, oh, because this wasn't the small. Wow. Shouldn't be, I mean, it should be 43, right? Oh, I didn't divide by 2. Sorry. All right, so Sorry. So I forgot about finding the measure half. So that's negative 44 minus negative 42 sixtieths, which gives us negative 2 sixtieths. And now we're going to multiply by 1/2, which is negative 1 60th, and we add it to the smaller, plus. That's the distance to 44 60ths, which takes us to 43, negative. So negative 43 60ths is halfway. Can't be reduced. So let's convert them. Negative 5, 6, 7, that's negative 7/5. 12, that's negative 17/6. And let's do 30ths. So that's negative 42 30ths. 30ths times 5, negative 85. So this is going to be smaller than this. So taking the distance between it is going to be 85, 42, that's 43, 43 30ths times 1/2. Times 1/2 doesn't have, so that's going to give us 43 60ths. Ooh, plus the smaller negative 85 30ths, and then we need to convert that to 60ths, so 43 60ths plus negative 8 and 8, 16, 7 60ths, and that's going to give us negative 27 60ths. Negative 127 60ths. Is that correct? Yeah. Oh. Yes. Because that was 30ths. This is 60ths. That cannot be. I'd still like to see if all these are right. I probably should have had the answer. Oh, goodness. Okay. So the distance between these sikes, so that's negative 13/5. This is 13 thirds. And let's make them 15ths. And let's make that negative 39. Let's make that positive 65. Yep. Now we're going to subtract. So you have 65 15ths minus negative 39 15ths, which is going to be 104 15ths. Let's take half. That's going to be 52 15ths. 52 15ths. And then we're going to add it to the smaller negative 39 15ths, which takes us to 1, and that's going to be 13 15ths would be our answers. I know. I'm just inquisitive. I just want to know if this is not super easy, just straightforward. You look at it and you get them. 13, well, oh, yeah. Gotta look. 13 15ths, got that. Negative 127 60ths. Negative 127 60ths. Yeah, that seems about right. 79 1/20ths. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. 79 1/20ths. 79 1/20ths. All right, I made a mistake there. 79. Oh, yeah, okay, let's see what we did here. Yeah, right? Did I do that wrong? So 3 times 5 is 15. 3 times 4, so 3 times 4 times 5 should be our 3 times 4 times 5 is 60. And this is missing the 4, so we get negative 44. This, 35. That's 35. Sorry. 35. So this is 44 minus negative 35. 35, which is going to be 9 sixtieths. 9, which is now 9. And 9 from 44 is 35. 35 sixtieths. Did we save that? No, that's not it either. What? Oh, because those are 1/20ths. Sorry. Negative 9 1/20th. I'm making some really silly mistakes. That's going to be 88. 88 1/20th. And that's going to be 79. 79 1/20ths. I think that was it. 79 1/20th. Sorry. Let's look at these. Oh man, that makes, okay, that's good. 17/24. I don't think, 17/24. And that one's wrong. 19 I got wrong. 67 1/4. What? I think I had 67 1/44. Okay. So a couple mistakes. Sorry about that. But we are all human. It's good that I checked. So let's look at this. If x is an element from the set of 0, 1, 2, and 3, state whether x over 2 increases or decreases the value as x takes on its values in increasing order. Place x with 0, 1, 2, and 3. So boop, 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 boop. So x over 2 increases. Okay, I get it. That's going to be increasing. So you have 0, 6, 1, 6, 2, 6, and 3, 6. So this equals 0, this equals 1/6, this equals 1/3, and this equals 1/2. It is x over 6 increases. That's pretty good. This is number sense. So we have negative 0 over 8, negative 1/8, negative 2/8, negative 3/8. And as that goes, that's going to be 0. This is negative 1/8. This is negative 1/4. And this is negative 3/8. And we are decreasing. X over 8 is decreasing. Ooh, I like this. Look at this. 4, 0 plus 1, 4, 1 plus 1, 4, 2 plus 1, 4, 3 plus 1. And we'll get to see this. 4 over 1 is 4. 4 over 2 is 2. 4 over 3 is 1 1/3. And 4 over 4 is 1. So we can see nicely that this is decreasing. That's a good problem. This is a fun question. As the denominator increases, the number itself decreases. As the number increases in the numerator, the number will increase. 0 over 1 over 4, 1 plus 1 over 4, 2 plus 1 over 4, and 3 plus 1 over 4. That equals 1/4, 2/4, which equals 1/2, 3/4, and 4/4, which equals 1. So x plus 1 over 4 increases. These are fun. Oh, that's a good, nice, another good one. Times 0 over 5, 7 minus 2 times 1 over 5, 7 minus 2 times 2 over 5, 7 minus 2 times 3 over 5. This becomes 7 minus 0 over 5, which is 7/5. This becomes 7 minus 2 over 5, which equals 5/5, which equals 1. This is 7 minus 4 over 5, which equals 3/5. And this is 7 minus 6 over 5, which equals 1/5. So we see this equals 1 2/5 to 1 to 3/5 to 1/5. So 7 minus 2 over x over 5 is decreasing. (12/10 minus 3 times 0, 12/10 minus 3 times 1, 12/10 minus 3 times 2, and 12/10 minus 3 times 3. This is 12/10 minus 0, which is 12/10, which equals 6/5, which equals 1 1/5. This is 12/10 minus 3, which is 12/7, which equals 1 5/7. This is going to be 12/10 minus 6, which is 12/4, which equals 3. And this is 12/10 minus 9, which is 12/1, which is 12. So that is increasing. 10 minus 3x is increasing. Was that the last one? That was. All right. There are some interesting things there. Definitely places that we are definitely more apt to make a mistake with all those calculations. Didn't use a calculator. You just use pencil and paper, and we need to be able to look at this and see how to evaluate, judge common denominators, converting to decimals, cross products. All those things came into play. So orders of operations, knowing how to find distances between two numbers, knowing how to take half of that distance, and then where do we add it to? Do we add it to the bigger? No, that would make it push it farther down the line. We would want it in between, so we would add it to the smaller. That's an important key right there. So good luck. Welcome to chapter 11.